Heavenly Father God, we thank you, Lord God, for bringing us together. We thank you, Lord God, for Jenny Mercies. We thank you, Lord God, for the opportunity to gather. We thank you, Lord God, for the opportunity to sharpen our minds as iron sharpens iron, Lord God. May we leave this place better. May the people that listen feel better and be empowered to do better. In the name of Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's yours truly, MDK, Mr. I woke up like this. Boo, 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 boo. Let me not try to shoot too much because I make things fall, but you'll... Now, man, before I introduce my next guest, let me let you know I'm not traveling by myself. I travel with my only co-pilot over there. She goes by the name Miss Anonymous.
Hello, Maloney. Sanmanani Jimelang Enda.
How you doing? So how you doing?
I don't know if it's today, but I just like saying Enda.
Okay. Somebody's gonna sue us. We don't wanna get sued. How's your day been?
My day actually has been hectic.
Yeah?
England, I'm hot and bothered.
I heard you went for a run.
OMG, yes I did.
Yeah?
I did.
Nice one.
Yeah, I think it's definitely one of my fastest 5K.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in the analysis, I was like on 9 minutes per kilometer. So
Okay.
yeah, that's the fastest I've done.
Somebody's getting better and better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you gonna join the marathon soon?
Yeah, I mean, okay.
All right. Let me let you be. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got my special guest, a very special individual. Now he's like a friend. Now he's like a brother. He also DJs on the side. He's also a promoter. He's very smart. He's dedicated. He's focused. He goes by the name Stix Mathambo.
Hi everyone.
What's up?
Hola.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you, my G?
Coming a regular, ne?
Hey, shimfeti. Kila wiki I know na witre.
I think kila vidre. Rota di lega chiskopo.
Yeah.
Dorinyana.
Yeah. And then
They
no.
still never snyana settling in.
Yeah.
And then second time make how get the dopsy what you know can things.
Nickling Kabi that day.
Yeah, proper Kabi.
Yeah.
Yeah. You made me and Google and Miss Anonymous look like no, maybe you can see the pajama like
Yeah, one.
Or Shabi.
Yeah, no. Yala moed Viet ore.
I like that. Hey, you guys don't know this guy. You. But anyway, bro. Before we go deeper into it, let me let you guys know why Stix is here, because obviously you've seen him about twice now. The reason why I brought him back is because I had a conversation with him and I realized he's got so much that he can teach. I know he came late in the game in the UK in a way. You could say that he's upcoming. He's still upcoming, right? But in a short period of time, Stix has managed to achieve some of the things that some people have not achieved in like 10 or even 20 years, without any disrespect to anyone. But then I realized, no, sometimes it's better to ask someone to give us tips. Someone to advise us, to just ask, how do you do it? You know what I mean? Because the fact that I've been in the game for too long does not mean I cannot learn from somebody. And it goes to you as well. Does not mean you can not learn from somebody.
Yeah.
So we wanted to know, how do you stay professional? How do you make sure, because you've been doing Stokvel'a right now.
Yeah.
There's some people that have been doing gigs. You've surpassed them, respectfully so. Yeah, but we just want to know how do they do it. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. He's just going to be giving us some tips.
Yeah,
he's not an expert. He's just saying, look,
please guys,
these are certain things that I've noticed, and I just want to help there and there.
Yeah,
which is very good, Ndwana.
Thanks,
so
my
G. Put you on the hot seat?
No problem.
Yeah. This guy now, he thinks he knows. He thinks what.
Hey, Nah,
it's a conversation to be had, Mpana. Professionalism.
Sure. Yeah.
How did you learn like this whole professionalism thing, bro?
I think like my earliest memory, just from a professionalism perspective.
Yeah.
My aunt is one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if there's someone else.
Yeah.
It's my aunt. I remember. I think it was like one time I was visiting her in Pretoria.
Sure.
For the holidays or whatever. And then I met up with like one of my friends, go Central.
Yeah.
Kind of working in that place. Is it the Market Theatre or I'm close to the Reserve Bank.
Okay.
Yeah. So we meet up there, and then like it's pity go CBD.
Yeah.
So then my aunt was like, at this time, kopanele nammo.
Yeah.
Wabo.
Yeah.
Me, Kaya. Like initially, like at that time.
Yeah.
Marikabona asake, but she was just circling the block or a hono go kra go nna.
Okay.
So then I was like, I regular mobile or something, quick fast there, I see it. So then around the we too, so we I'm gonna get so on, and then around. When I got in the car, yay, she was upset.
Yeah.
You know, but then nothing like from there. That's when I started to sort of like understand the whole idea of like respecting someone's time. Like, you know, it just means that like there's a reason why I'm saying
be here at this time.
Yeah, so that's basically like my earliest memory. And then obviously like working in corporate, that sort of like you build on that over time. So I mean, we deal with like, you know, CEOs, CFOs all the time.
Yeah.
You know, like every day. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But like, you know, you learn how to I guess like speak to them properly. You learn to sort of like manage expectations as well as it relates to them. You learn that like, you know, you can just imagine a CEO whose time is very much valuable. You know what I mean? Last minute, you just change things. You know, if you say you're gonna get something done by that time, like get it done by that time. If it's a thing already now on their end, then that's fine. You know, as long as like on your side, you know that you have covered yourself. Yeah. So and I think like as a result of that, like it builds credibility. You know, for you as a person, like the more professional you are, it builds credibility, it builds your character as well. Yeah. And then people are more likely to work with you because then they're like, okay, this person is reliable.
He's reliable. We can depend on this person.
So yeah.
I mean, let me talk about since we're talking about music specifically. In our scene.
Yeah.
I'm a DJ. I've been booked.
Yeah.
I arrived late at an event that you've booked me. How does that affect you, or what does it actually affect?
It affects a lot of things. Obviously, it affects sort of like the running of the rest of the event post when I'm being late.
Yeah.
You know, so it messes up like DJ lineups. So you might find that there are certain DJs where we sort of like shift them around.
Yeah.
Just because maybe, you know, they have other commitments and all of that. So it's a thing of like, whenever we're putting a lineup together, like, yes, there's the curation element of it in terms of like building out the night. And then, you know, we do that specifically because there's a specific, well, for me, sort of like as a musical curator for an event, it's just more of like, there's a certain, you could say like progression that we want to build, you know. So
there's a structure in place.
There's a structure in place, and then when you are late as a DJ, it basically like messes that up. And then what ends up happening is that now the patrons or the people who are attending the event, you know, now they start to be like, hey, this event is not make sure. So it inadvertently affects our brand as well and what we're trying to build. You know what I mean? And then obviously like from there it can sometimes like actually affect the financial elements of it. So I think like some of the things that I could say like as someone who's on a lineup that maybe you don't readily think about is effectively like the risk that a promoter takes just in terms of the venue, because you're not involved in the behind the scenes, I guess. So you wouldn't really know all of that.
What it affects.
But mostly like it affects the rest of the lineup. I mean, you know, at an event, a recent event, there was a DJ who was late and it basically messed up like just like the rest of the lineup. So some of the DJs, we had to cut their time, and you know, it's never nice when you have to do that, you know, because it's a thing of like, you know, they prepared their set for a certain time or they're expecting to play a certain time, and then we're now abakata, you know. So for them it's not enjoyable. For us as promoters it's also not enjoyable because it's sort of like
stressful.
Yeah, there's the stress element of it, but it's a thing of like, I'm paying you to play for X amount. So it's sort of like I'm not in a way getting value for the money that you're putting up. You know what I mean? So Yeah, and I think like for me personally, like when a DJ is late for a gig, for me it just shows that like you don't respect my time, you don't respect me,
you don't value.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And at the end of the day, it's all a matter of like respect. I'm respecting you enough to make sure that you know that everything that we agreed upon, whether it's fee, whatever, you know, if you need a ride or whatever it is, you know, I've held up my end of the bargain, you know. So if you don't, that basically just means what, like you don't have me, basically.
Yeah. Is there like a second chance where somebody comes late? Do you now decide, you know what, we're not booking this person anymore, or is it a matter of, okay, cool, I'll give you a second chance, or how does that work?
I'm not gonna lie, nah.
Oh, you delete the group.
Hey guys, yeah, because like
Stix has removed you from the group.
Yeah, like I said, like for me, basically what you are showing me is like you don't respect me. You know what I mean? Like I understand if you're like 10-15 minutes late because say whatever, you know, but sometimes you need to build that into your travel time.
Yeah,
you know, so that's why like it doesn't matter whatever gig, big or small, like I'm always at the venue an hour before.
Yeah, I know sometimes you're at the venue 2 hours before.
Yeah.
Like, which is good. That's one thing I want to learn from you, that it's okay to arrive there on time. Or arrive there even 2 hours before.
Yeah,
you
know what I mean?
Is there a chance, is there ever a thing of being too early to an event?
No.
You're the one opening when they're opening.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, when I started DJing, that was basically like how I started, you know what I mean? Like literally I'd be helping the promoter to set everything up. So then that's how I got familiar with like decks and all of that. And honestly, like if you listen to a lot of interviews or people within the creative space who have really done well, like I mean, you look at your Sibu Mabena, she would rock up at what was it? What was that dance team running with the repertoires, whatever? She would like help them and whatever. So if you listen to like her interviews, like she rocked up early. The guys who do the stage lighting and sound for Rocking the Daisies, even that guy, like he would rock up at like when he was still like getting into the game and shadowing like other production companies. Like he would get there like early. Like Coffee, he would get there early. Like a lot of the prominent people that you know today, like they would get there because if anything, you know, you sort of like you get to learn the behind the scenes.
It's good for you.
It's good for you. You know what I mean?
Would it be worth it for Black Coffee now to turn up early?
I'm sure he still does.
I'm sure
he still does.
Would he still be the one opening the places?
I mean, I doubt he'll be opening the place.
No, not necessarily. Sorry to jump in. Not necessarily open the doors, but I feel like with him, if let's say you booked him at 10, I think he would arrive around 6, 7, or even 8. Because obviously he's a big star, he might not be seen, but to arrive to the place, he might just arrive like 2 hours before, just to make sure, maybe chilling at the back, in the car, backstage or whatever hotel, just to make sure when it's time for him to go, maybe he's got like an hour or 30 minutes. I would like to think so. Yeah.
You know, and there's also a lot of like benefits to it because number one, you are basically giving the promoter peace of mind, which like, okay, I can see that Ufigi. Sort of like now the promoter can be like, okay, they are
Let
here.
Me relax.
You know?
Yeah.
So
rather than to be like, hey, where's so and so?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It gives peace of mind.
What if like I think like I'm Black Coffee now? Like, come on, I need to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want too much interaction with people. So, like, I'm going to turn up just before my set. Like, what if that's how I feel at the time?
I mean, like I said, like, you might feel like that, but it boils down to... No, it boils down to professionalism at the end of the day. Like, I mean, even in corporate, there are certain things that you might not necessarily like, you know, but you've got to do it because of, like I said, like the credibility that it builds, you know, and also the trustworthiness that's there, you know. So yes, like he might not necessarily like be within people, like within like the crowd or whatever, but he'll either maybe be in his own section alone, closed off, but he's there.
He's there, yeah.
Or he's somewhere in the building, basically. He's somewhere, yeah, exactly. You know, so there's that. And then also like arriving early, what that helps with is basically seeing what other DJs are playing.
Yeah.
So that you're not repeating songs. I think like I've had many instances where I'll go to a gig and I'm usually like the middle DJ, you know, so I'll like hear some of the DJs before me, some of them after me. Yeah, because I have a standard rule of like I'm always there an hour before my set, and then I usually stay at least an hour after.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless like there's something really pressing that I have to leave immediately, but I'll usually stay an hour or two after. So then you then get to see like a DJ will play another song. I'm just like, didn't I just hear that song like
from so and so?
Yeah, literally there was a time where a recent gig where like I played a song and then the DJ was there. That's also what was baffling. It's like the DJ had been there already.
Oh, wow.
Can I put you on the spot? Because you keep mentioning DJ or I've been at a place. It's okay, you can mention the place. We were at, I think, is it Piano Nation?
Hey, Chief. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but
I don't know which event this one is.
I don't think were we there?
Huh?
Were we there in that gig, or is it a gig that we were not there?
Is it that one you're referring to?
I mean, you guys are always everywhere, so I can't even say like know which one it is.
There's nothing wrong. We're not pointing out anyone. I'm just saying, we had at a gig like the Piano Nation one. I remember you played. I think you played at 6.
Yeah, I played at 6. Yeah,
and then somebody played after you. I can't remember what's her name. I think Dolly played. She played a song.
Yeah.
And then after her, there was another DJ. And then obviously he played the song that she played. I think also it was a song that you played, right? We're not combating anyone. All I'm just saying, you did play the song. Somebody played, but now
you are combating like when you put it like that, because it's just sort of like, you know. You are indirectly it, so hey, that's why I'm just like, hey,
no. I'm
I don't want to fight with anyone.
No, we're not fighting with anyone. I'm trying to go somewhere with it. I'm saying, somebody played a song at this event.
Yeah, then just say someone.
Okay, someone played a song.
Yeah, at whatever event. Yeah.
And then is there like a what do you call it? A leniency on? It's okay if the first DJ played it and then maybe 4 DJs after they play it. Is there any leniency on that, or it's just if the song has been played, just don't play it? What about maybe like 4 hours later? Can that person?
No, look,
you get it?
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. There is leniency, you know. So I'm not saying that like, you know, you shouldn't play a song just because another DJ played it. But I guess like for me, it's just more of like, guys, there's so much music out there.
That's so true.
There is
so much
music. There's so much music out there for all of us to be playing the same songs. That's basically what I'm trying to allude to.
Is it like when it comes to the top hits? Because people like to play top hits.
Yeah.
And that's where that decision to be like, do I please the crowd or do I think that's probably what's going on through a DJ's mind.
Yeah.
At that point in time, it's like, do I play for the crowd or do I play my set?
Because when you're playing for the crowd, the songs are similar.
The songs are definitely going to be hits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like hits are limited.
Yeah.
There isn't that many when it comes to hits. So chances are you will, if you want to play hits, you will play somebody's song at some point. But what should the DJs be doing? Should they just be playing for the crowd or should they just be playing their sets?
Look, man, like my view on hits is like, especially like banging songs like your niggas when they were trending and you know those type of Jealous and all of guys, leave those songs for the closing guys.
The main act.
Whether it's the main act or like if there's a headliner who's there, you know, like as a general rule, just don't play any of their songs, you know, as a general rule. But then also just leave those songs to that person, you know. So for me, like those type of songs, I'll only play if I'm sort of like a closing act or I'm closer to the end, you know. So it's also understanding just like where you fit in, like where you are in the lineup, and understanding and playing for that.
undisclosed DJ etiquette that people don't know or they should know?
I think if you're really I guess a student of the game, I would like to say, you know, these are sort of the things that you pick up. I'm not saying like there's an unofficial handbook or anything, but it's just sort of like if you really study like events and just really honing in the craft of like DJing, these are just some of the things that you just pick up, you know what I mean? So yeah, but also guys, like, it's 4 o'clock. Why am I hearing nigga at 4 o'clock? I'm there, I'm sweating. Yeah,
well, but now it's not really a big song, but yeah.
Yeah, but like with Biring Maru, there's the Skidongo version of it. Where like that one you can sort of like, you know, it's a sneaky one that you can just like, you know, it's a cheeky one that you can ho in like, you know, earlier on. The original one, definitely
just
leave it to the end. You
but
know?
I think you touched on something very important there, that when it comes to playing, as you're playing on, let's say on your set, it's also understanding how you fit in, right? Whether you're an opening, you're in the middle, we set in the mood, now we're going up. So those kind of things, how do you learn that? Who teaches you that to say, okay, look, this is how you build up? Because some people, like let's say with you for instance, you know how to build up and you're setting it up for the next person like that. But some people, maybe, is it a matter of they just don't know, they're not doing it intentionally? And how do you even learn that? Do you talk to other DJs? Is there like a group where you attend? Because these things are not written anywhere. You know? So I'm an upcoming DJ. I just want to understand, okay, sharp, what are the do's and don'ts? Because on internet, do I go on the internet and be like, do's and don'ts and whatnot? I mean, or do you do the mistakes and then somebody must tell you? Is it our responsibility to go to somebody and be like, look, Ntwana, you played well, but what you need to do is avoid doing this. A mentor. Do you have a mentor? Let's put it that way.
I don't actually. But I learn from seasoned DJs around, like, you know, from yourself. You've given me advice over the past few years or ever since I've known you, you know. I learned from everyone. Cheeseboy. Cheeseboy used to do events like back in the days, you know, so I learned from him. People like, you know, seasoned DJs like your McSolaces. And then I watch a lot of interviews. You know, I watch a lot of interviews from both the perspective of sound engineers, event promoters, DJs as well, you know, and I think the more that you listen to those interviews, the more that you start to really understand, you know,
how the game works and how to move around.
Bro, like, I mean, back in the days, like, some of these, you know, the big DJ names that we know today, you know, they used to carry the credit other DJs for someone else, and then that DJ will give them like 10 minutes of their slot, you know, like gone are those days, you know, where, you know, you'll give someone a chance and then they start to learn, you know, like, I mean, even the guy who taught me how to DJ, like, I remember he took me to one of his gigs once, and then he gave me like 10 minutes. But back then I was like a deep house fan. Like, yo, I loved deep house. I think it was the year that Stay True sound.
Hey, you like Stay True, yo?
Nah, bro.
I know it really loves Stay True, bro.
It was the year in which they started, because honestly, like, Stay True has really carried the deep house genre and has sort of like put it on a main stage from a South African perspective and a global perspective, you know, to where it is now, you know what I mean? So I remember their first signing Bruce Loco, like, and at the time it was CDs. You know, this was like what, 20? I can't remember when this was.
What, the CDs? Oh, you mean the time of Stay True?
I guess like at that gig we were DJing on 100s, CDJ 100s.
Okay.
You know, which is like the CD based ones, you know. So I remember it was at a local pub, and then he was playing Om at that time. And then he was like, Ntwana Faga, you know, and it was pumping. Then me, I'm there with my deep house. So literally it was like I took it from here and dropped it like bam. You know what I mean? So then from there, then he was
it's
just
a learning curve for you.
And then he was just like, Mchana, no.
Don't do that.
You know. And other examples, like fairly recently, I think it was last year I had a gig in Manchester.
Yeah.
So I played two. I think it was like 2 gigs. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, it was 2 sets at the same thing. You know, so it was a very streamlined.
What do you mean 2 sets? Like you played
so I played
and then you played
and then I played later on. Yeah, you know, and that's also how we did it with Stokvel'a when we started. But that's a separate story. So first set. Killed it. Everyone had a good time. Yeah. And then I was playing it around, I think it was like 2 a.m. Yeah. And I'm like, you know, people are now in a high spirit. So I'm like, let me bring back like some classics. Yeah. You know, like, oh, my chance. Who
spoke to age?
You know, yeah, like, so like
that. You were trying to say, let me take it
like way back, you know, and honestly, it didn't work.
It didn't work.
It didn't work. Okay. So much so that the promoter even came during my set and was just like, Antoine, you need to
switch it up,
pace it up a bit, you know. So then I had to.
Before you continue, how does that feel for you as a DJ when you're playing at that particular moment and somebody comes and whispers, especially if it's a promoter?
Yeah, the person who booked you. Yeah.
Because the person who booked you, I think.
Yeah.
It's different to when the crowd,
like somebody else just saying,
oh, can I have this song? Can you play house? Whilst, you know, like
can you play Afrobeats?
Yeah. Hey.
Love it.
Yeah.
So how was that experience for you?
I was gutted.
Yeah.
I was gutted, but it was just sort of like similar to, and it's something that I learned from corporate. It's like, look, you're gonna take L's.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes you just need to take it, own it, and then continue. I guess, like, you know, because at the end of the day, it builds. I wouldn't say it builds character number one, but also like it gives you experience.
Yeah,
you see what I mean.
How do you deal with someone like that? I mean, something like that. I'm a DJ. I'm coming up.
Yeah.
How do I take L's? Do I go home, cry about it? Do I go home, practice? Do I just drink and forget about it? How do you move on from something like that? Like, because for some people might linger into that and then it crushes them down.
Yeah.
So for you, how would you advise somebody to be like, yo, man?
Nah, I think like after that, like, I mean, obviously I carried on the rest of the set, and then I turned it around, thank goodness.
Yeah.
You know, and also because at that point in time I was a bit familiar with the Manchester crowd because I had played before. I think like I had a sort of like a summer residency of sorts. Shout out to DJ Fistos, he's the one who plugged me.
Okay.
So yeah, so then like I was able to turn
Fistos.
DJ.
Not the other Fistos. You're talking about Fistos Manchester?
Yeah, Manchester. Yeah, DJ Fistos.
Okay.
Yeah. No, like he's the guy who actually plugged me into the Manchester scene and actually gave me like my first real like proper break.
Oh, right. Okay.
You know, so yeah, he was my first paying gig.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, no, shout out to him. You know, forever grateful. So yeah, I turned it around, and then after that, I went back to the hotel after the event, and I
cried a little bit,
bro.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next one, man.
Sure.
Sorry.
I didn't get it.
You didn't get what?
The message.
Oh, you didn't get it?
No, I don't know.
It shows that it. All right. Oh, maybe it's the Wi-Fi. That's because somebody's on airplane mode. Sorry, my bad. Sorry. I was meant to send you this. It should arrive now. I don't have the itinerary. I can see it now. So professionalism, obviously, one has to be on time, which is really important. People need to understand how it affects so many people, the gig and whatnot, and the chances of you being booked again as well.
Yeah.
Now let's move into having. Is it a manager? Having a manager as an artist, how important is that for an artist? Whether it's upcoming, seasoned DJ, whatever the case may be. Yeah, let's discuss that.
Yeah, so like, I mean, and here's another example of just like, you know, hearing from people and learning from other people. So the advice that I got, was like, you basically need to understand where you are in your own respective DJ journey, you know.
Okay.
Not everyone needs a manager.
What does that mean?
So, okay. And also with a manager, like, it depends. You have to be specific.
Okay.
You know, so you have your manager or the main manager, which is mostly like your business manager. So they will handle things like, like basically like the business side of your brand, right? So making sure that they are like they're getting you into the right rooms in terms of like brands, whether it's brand collaborations, so when you see a DJ like on a Puma ad, it's a manager who made that happen, stuff like that. So they are more focused on the overall business brand, and / they can be a brand manager as well. I mean, we're now living in a time where you have a lot of like Southern Africans who are living in Europe, London more specifically, and
even the US.
But like who's archiving that, I mean, look at people like Neo from a photography perspective. She has done really well. I mean, to get to a point where you are the official photographer for like Trevor Noah when he's here.
I saw that.
Yeah, you see what I mean? That's
that's
huge.
Big, man.
And that's something that should be archived. Like her story needs to be archived. People like CharisseC with Abantu. And
Glastonbury Festival.
You see what I mean? It's stuff like that. I mean, Rosie Gold now with High Ibiza. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that.
Shout out to Neo. Tell her we can archive her story.
You see what I mean? So Mathambo's house is Mathambo's house is more of like a vehicle where I want to try and archive all of that, you know. So whether it's in a written form like a book, or if it's stuff like that,
a collection of videos,
like a collection of videos, or a collection of her work as well, because she puts out like good work. Don't
mean to cut you off, Antoine. Since you touched on Neo, since we're talking about as being an artist, how important is photography, or how important are dope pictures on your social media?
So definitely it's worth the investment. So for me, I think like once I started working with Neo and Cebo specifically, and then now from a videography perspective, I work with more the creative. So when I started working with them, like it just elevates your brand in a sense. It also just makes things a whole lot easier. Like it makes it easier just in terms of like having a press kit. So like me as a promoter, like sometimes I get somewhat frustrated when like DJs don't have like good press kits. I'm just like, because now like I
know when somebody sends you a picture and it's just a picture of them in the bedroom.
What's wrong with you? You know what I mean?
Or they take it now, like, yo, can you send me some of your pictures? There we go.
You know what I mean?
I get you.
In fact, that camera VGA. You know what I mean?
But how expensive is these things? I mean, it's easy for us to tell people to say, okay, get a photographer, get the dope pictures and whatnot. It's expensive. Does it have to be like a Neo kind of type, or can I get a friend to be like, yo, you take my
So what the Birmingham DJs and also like some of like the younger generation, like what they're doing is like they go as a group. Like if one of them is gigging, they all go as a group and then they take content for each other. So that's a cost-effective way to do that, and their content is good. You see what I mean?
So they're intentional about it. It's not just about the money.
It's not about, you know what I mean?
Most of the people in Birmingham, I thought they're
students.
Well.
Exactly. You see what I mean? So
they all go in groups.
They're going in groups. And funny enough, like something like that, like, that could be a selling point for a promoter, because the promoter is like, oh, this person is always coming with a group, so let me have them on my lineup. You know what I mean? Yes, because now it's more that people who are. You see what I mean? So it works.
I'm always with MDK. One Tina Valerie on the lineup.
Then you see what I mean? So it ends up working out. For me at that point, like at the point where I really started taking the DJing seriously, like I mean, my friends are like really like working professionals, so they don't necessarily always have time to come with me to gigs. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And also like, I mean, most of them are not really like, so most of them are not. This photo thing is not their thing.
It's not their thing.
You know what I mean? So for me, I was like, I'd rather get someone who is good at this. And yeah, and then take it from there. So yeah, so then I went, what did I do? I think I put it up on my Insta. I was like, yo, if you guys know of any photographer, I'm looking for a photographer, please recommend someone. And then Sem actually responded. Actually, Sem has been like plug, but
Sem the MC.
Yeah. Sem has been a vital. Yeah, he's actually he's dropped my name in certain spaces that I never thought that he would, and I only find out like now. Yeah, and now like
you need those kind of
people. Yeah, so now like I'm building like, you know, relationships that are not necessarily only good for me as a DJ, but are also good for the event properties that you know, like Stokvel'a and anything else that I work with.
Showcase.
So Sam then DM'd me, Cebo, Neo, and I can't remember who the other person was.
All right.
But they
shout out to Sam, man. You owe him Sam, he owes you royalties, bro.
Yeah. So then
that's good, man. That's good.
And then this is where like, so then I mean, now I have like these options. I mean, other people were sending me like, obviously like their suggestions as well. But I think what stood out for Neo is that she had a very well curated website.
Okay.
You know, it was very professional. It was very clean.
Yeah.
You know, so it's stuff like that. It's part of your branding. You know what I mean? Like that's why, like, even for me, like if you go on to my website, you know, I have a website for me, so you can see like where I'm gigging. So sometimes I don't. Yeah. So sometimes I don't even post on my socials. Like I'll post to say like, okay, I'll be playing here this day, but like if you want to see like my full gig guide, you know, exactly.
All right, that's dope. That's
pretty much standard for all artists at this point.
It should be.
You're an artist.
Yeah.
If all the artists like Chris Brown and all of them, they have gigs, you will definitely find them on their website.
Yeah.
And that's just standard for all of them. Black Coffees.
Yeah, he has Shimza has a website. Temba has a website. Rosie has a website.
Okay.
Charisse has a website. Newa has a website. Then people are like, it's just because. No, it's because they put in the work. You see what I mean? So it's not by coincidence that they are where they are. Yes, they've actually put in the time and the effort to get to where they are. Yeah.
I think the word is always being intentional.
Exactly. Yeah, being intentional about it. Yeah, you know. So then Neo's website was clean. Reached out to her. She gave me her fee, and
crazy.
Talking
about feeling yourself, but which is worth it though.
Yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it, you know. So then I worked with her. We worked really well together, and then I had another gig, but she was not around. So then that's when I met Cebo, and then I did work with him for a while. And now Cebo's like my boy,
which he's been doing a great job.
Yeah, and he's been doing really well. And then when Newa came back, then, you know, obviously because I had started with Oneo, you know, then so then she started off with me, but then now she works just holistically in terms of like everything that I'm involved in. You know, so it was a thing of like, you know, that initial investment that that I did at the beginning has now sort of like
off.
Exactly. So now, you know, the pictures are good, video is good, and like the relationship now is really good, you know, like now I think like I see her, I wouldn't even say like she's a very close, like she's fam now. You know what I mean? Like it's a thing.
Which is good.
You know what I mean? So it's a thing of like now that her price is gonna go up, I don't know, because after this Trevor, no.
Okay, we'll talk about Neo's price. Let's move into, I'm a DJ, bro. I'm seeing Stix is playing. Now I want to get into the game, but I'm struggling to get gigs and whatnot. I'm an upcoming DJ. How do I push myself? How do I market myself? Like, what would be your tip to say, hey man, this is how you do it? Because some people can be just at home and be like, I'm bookie, and whatnot. How do you then enter? What's the strategy?
My guy, like it differs for people, man. Like I mean, you know, I think if anything, people just need to see, like, you need to shove yourself down people's throats. Honestly, and that's advice that I got from Rosie Gold, not necessarily from speaking to her. She recorded a video, I think at Cube during, I think it was like a Women's Month campaign last year with Cube. So Via Seri was there, Rosie Gold was on it, and all of that. You know what I mean? So and then she was just like, guys, you need to push content, you need to make sure that your content is out there and that people get to know who you are, because like, how are people gonna book if they don't know who you are?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So you need to do that. So
I think it's because maybe people can be too conscious of what content they because you know, obviously if you're building a brand, you've got a certain type of image that you want to.
Yeah.
So maintaining that image tends to be a bit more expensive because it requires now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you want to be really pushing or putting something, like I know, like with social media people, especially like influencers, they tell you on a daily basis, you need to make sure you're putting something twice, like updating your socials twice a day. Once a day. I mean, you can start off with once a day, but at least twice a day you should be able to. But what about the quality of the content?
That you see what I mean? Yeah. And I guess like that's where then like having a holistic team works, because I mean, as much as like I wouldn't say like Nell is like part of like my immediate team, but she's part of my team. Because whenever I need photos, videos, or what, she's my go-to. You know, her, Cebocaptures, and then more for videography. Like those three are my go-to people.
Yeah.
You know, if none of them are available, then they will put me in touch with like someone in their network. But that's the thing, like they take the content, and then you have someone like my little sister who lives on the socials. You know, guys, I have content for days. But guys, like if now I stop taking content, I'll have enough content to push me for the rest of the year, even part of like next year. So then
we've got your hard drive, so
so then my little sister has access to all my content, so she loves all of these things of like posting, hashtags, all of that. So I'm just like, hey girl, do your thing. You know, so that's where then you start to, you know,
spread it around.
And then like my brand manager will then maybe tell my little sister, okay, this is what needs to be done, and then I'll still be like,
okay, I'll do that.
So put content out there. For me specifically, what helped for me, you know, is I wasn't necessarily getting books. I was just like, then I'm going to do my own thing then. You know, and then that was sort of like one of the key components that ended up in Stokvel'a.
So basically it works different for
it works
everyone.
different for other people, you know, because I'm like, if you're not getting a platform, then create
your own thing.
Create your own.
Let's dive into this is something that we spoke about recently. Somebody organizes an event as a promoter. Now they're putting the workload on the DJs, or depending on the DJs, to promote the event. Now, how much of a big issue is this, man? As a promoter, what do I need to do? Because sometimes they book you and then they're like, hey, man, so-and-so is not posting. MDK is not posting and whatnot. Is it my job to post your event? You book me because Stokvel'a. Are you looking at me like, MDK is not posting? Are you even blaming me or people didn't come or what? Or how do you actually do it, and how do you view that?
So me personally and the Stokvel'a team that I work with, we don't put the onus on DJs at all. Like that's why we don't even announce DJs until like the week of the event. You know what I mean? So we do all the groundwork. So we take responsibility for everything because it's our event at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So for me personally, it's long, bro. Like I don't personally do that. Or we don't. Let me rather say. Like,
how do you feel about people who do that? And do you think you know why they do that?
People have like their reasons as to why they do it. Look, I'm not saying that like DJs shouldn't post at all, because someone once explained it to me, because at first I was just like, no, it's not our job. But then someone put it in perspective for me. They were like, look, I think it might have been you, because you're just like, at the end of the day, like you're also pushing yourself as a DJ, you know, you're also putting yourself out there and showing other promoters of like, yo guys, you see, I can be, you know what I mean? And also guys, like it's just a wonder, man. Like, you know, this person is giving you an opportunity, so the least that you can do is just, you know, post once or twice, you know, or just like help, assist, you know, as and when you can. Although at the same time, I do understand that, like, you know, you as a DJ, like especially me, like there's a particular way that I'm curating sort of like my socials, you know, that I wanted to look and stuff like that. So sometimes like it becomes a bit tricky, you know, but the side.
Yeah. Because I feel like, is it okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah, but you know, so that's why like I prefer to be upfront with some of like the promoters, especially if I have a lot of gigs. Like right now in summer, like it's just been ridiculous this year. But then there was one specific promoter who like I was just having a lot of gigs, and obviously now I'm pushing all of them, and their gig is only next month, you know. So then I messaged them and I was like, yo, I have a lot of gigs that are happening. So what I can, and I really want to push your thing, but obviously like with all of these other gigs in between, it's a bit difficult, you know. So what I can do is that I can commit to like maybe reposting, you know, twice a week on my story, you know, and I do a combination of stuff. Like what I did on Wednesday, like I had a gig on Wednesday, and this particular promoter is bringing in an artist from SA. So then they came to the gig. So then what I then did is that midway my set, I sort of like changed it a bit and then included some of the songs of that promo, so that she can take content and can be like, you know,
I'm bringing this person.
So it's like free content, you know.
But then again, you don't have to do that.
I don't have to do it. Yeah, it's just me to be like, I mean, she's, you know, they're here, so I might as well just, you know, do that. Yeah, and also I was just like, but if there's anything else that you need, you know, I did a video recording with her the other day as well, the set promoter, and like I'm like, I can help you where I can. You know, so it's also then just being communicative with the other person so that at least they know. So that like if I'm posting like maybe only once a week or whatever, like they know, you know, so they don't feel as though like I'm not contributing, you know what I mean? So it's just a matter of like just being communicative like that. So at the end of the day, like you pushing, I guess like you putting that event on your story, it's a benefit for you. But I think like for me personally, it then becomes a problem where like you are making it my responsibility,
which then becomes
and then like now the outcome of the event is because of you. I'm just like, oh, but bruh, the event is because of you.
With or without me, the event should still be.
But I also think like maybe one of the reasons that people do that is, I think like some of the reasons why that happens.
4 minutes. Okay.
Crazy.
Yo, we're running out of time, Father. Sorry to cut you off. Something that I wanted to touch on. Oh, fuck, and I can't believe time is gone already. What did I want to touch on? Promoters. Now, obviously, Amafest are doing well. Zimfest is doing well. Afro Nation is doing well. There's other events, but now it is at a point where I'm now putting Stokvel'a in that list, right? Now we want to get a tip from Stokvel'a Oguti. What is it that you're doing to promote your gig? Are you calling people privately? Are you directly messaging people? Are you going to people's houses?
What's your
strategy?
I think like initially when we started, it was like literally like direct, like we went to people directly. But what has helped for us is word of mouth, right? It's word of mouth. But then now we're at a point where like we spend on marketing. Like we spend. I think like outside of like the venue fee, and I guess like, you know, right now as you saw, like we now have like production and all of that. Like outside of that, our marketing and media, that's our next biggest expense.
So in a nutshell, we would say invest
just
into marketing,
put in it, like social media, push it.
A person that manages that marketing side of it as well.
I know we do it ourselves. We do it ourselves.
But some people, I realize, some people have relaxed now. They think just posting once or on a story.
No.
You have to push your.
And then now what we're also doing is that because my little sister is also helping me. So now she's like, I'm slowly pulling her into like join the community thing just to help us as well. You know, because there's other stuff that like, you know,
that needs to be done.
That that needs to be done. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have time, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch up again. We're gonna have to do it part 2.
Actually,
this is something that I feel like we're gonna do it on a regular basis.
Yeah.
We just thought let's give it a go and see if Stix can help you guys with some tips. Unfortunately, we are running out of time.
Before we go, like I want to ask about something like you know when you curate your brand, are you curating it based on diaspora here in the UK, or are you curating it for South Africans? Like, you know that this is something that South Africans will want to be able to participate in, or like you could go home and still perform, or are you just your target market? Have you like put down your target market as diasporans here?
No. So how we look at it is So how we look at it is more of, if you were to go to any event in South Africa right now, you know, irrespective of which diaspora you belong to, the same feeling and energy that you'll feel there, that's what we're bringing here. So
bringing home to the UK.
So it really has, like the dice, like we don't look at the dice, it's more of like making it as if you're at home. That's why like we get comments like it's as if I'm in Joburg. You know, some people like actually flag, they're like, Makomenjal also wait, you know what I mean? And that's what and that's really the heart of what we do, and why we're very much intentional about everything that we do, is that we want to make sure that we capture that. So that's our the way we do it.
We good?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now, the one thing I'm going to say, I like the fact that Stokvel'a has not lost its essence initially when it started. That's why I also was gravitated towards Stokvel'a, because I was like, yo, this mission is dope. You know, I hope you guys are not going to get to a point where, because sometimes people get lost in the way. Then they start making it about I'm an artist and whatnot. And now people are coming because so-and-so is there, which was not the case. So the whole point of you guys want to make us feel like, hey, home is, it's close to you. I like that, man.
Thank you, bro.
I'm sorry I have to cut you off. I feel so bad.
Doug,
I told you time is going to flow so quick. I can't believe already time is gone. In closing, is there any one tip that you want to give the masses in closing? Something that you've had in your mind that maybe I didn't ask you just want to throw it in there.
Just make sure that your USBs are formatted.
And also, please bring your USB at an event.
Bring your headphones, guys. Bring your own headphones.
Make sure.
Come on, guys.
What's the other thing?
Bring your own headphones. Just have a backup
plan as well. Don't just bring one.
Bring your backup USB. Bring 2 or 3, and be on time. And say hi to the promoters, guys. Just to like because you're going into someone's house. Hello, handshake.
That's true.
Hello, thank you for the opportunity. Bye-bye. You know what I mean? It takes nothing from you.
Squeeze in. DJs, please, when you finish your set and I'm the next DJ, please greet me properly into the set. Don't finish your set and walk off. No. Just say hi to me, and then stay next to me for like 5 minutes to make sure that I'm good, because sometimes the settings that you use are not the same as mine. You know what I mean? Just say, okay, hey, Makai, lapana, and then you can bounce off. I want to say you can fuck off, but I don't use words like that. But you can bounce off.
You just said it.
I know. Thank you, my G.
MDK. Please give it up for the one and only Stix one more time.
Thank you. See ya.
And give it up, man, for my co-pilot. We've landed. We found the signal. The one and only
Miss Anonymous.
And it's your boy, Mr. Marathon, Mr. Footballer, Mr. DJ, Mr. Podcaster. We don't know what else he's going to do next, but it's your guy, man. MDK, Mr. Woke Up Like This. Boom. We still need to find a closing, you know? We don't have a closing. If you know how I can close my show, please let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. And please, guys, thank you for watching and keep supporting. We're out of here. We love you too much, man.
All right. Bye.
Out.